La vi pasando por ahí, yo estaba parado cuando la vi. La vecina, posee una tal rosa, te digo que era tan hermosa, me enamoré por primera vez. Eres tú, la que quiero yo, la que quiero hoy y mañana ser feliz. La volvería a ver y no fallaré. Me quedaré en la medianoche esperando que vuelvas aquí. Que vuelva, que vuelva.
Okay. Hi you guys, it's me Natalie.
And it's Dio.
And we're back with another video. This video is pretty much going to be a labor and delivery update. Pretty much talking about my pregnancy, the birth, my labor, and everything that we pretty much went through. Our baby is now 2 weeks and 2 days. We had to wait a bit to record the video because I had some medical complications and I wasn't really up to do the video of, you know, the day after or that same week that I had come home. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into the video and tell you guys about what happened.
Bet.
Okay, so it started the weekend of Father's Day. We went to Dio's sister's house, who lives in Albany, Schenectady, New York.
Like 2 weeks ago, right? 2 weeks and a half?
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
No, like 2 weeks and a half. So the weekend of Father's Day, we went to...
Yeah, that weekend.
Yeah, the weekend of Father's Day, we went to his sister's house. And we spent the weekend there. At that point, I was 36 weeks pregnant. And we had a great time. We got there Friday, right? Friday?
God, yeah.
Or Saturday morning. Saturday morning we got there. Saturday morning we got there, and we had a great time. It was super hot.
Yeah.
My feet were swollen for weeks before I got to her house. Yeah, so in her house I was being very active. I was going in the pool, you know, walking up and down the stairs. She has a 3-floor house, we'll say 3 floors. And I was going up and down the stairs. We were having a great time. And that night, at around 12 o'clock at night, I started getting a really bad headache. Like, really bad. So I went upstairs to lay down. And he came, well, were you laying down already or no?
I was laying down.
He was laying down with me. Well, he came up after.
Yeah.
And I just was not feeling well. So, like I was saying, I took 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol, and I was hoping that it would take my headache away. My headache was really bad. My feet were so swollen, and I was having like mild cramps, but not really bad, like not too bad. They call those Braxton Hicks, I guess. So I took the 1,000 milligrams. I went to sleep. I woke up like an hour later and I was not feeling well at all. I ran down, well, didn't run because I was pregnant, but I woke him up and we went downstairs because I had to throw up. Like, something told me, like, throw up everything that's in your stomach. So I went to the bathroom, I threw up, and my headache got worse. I was getting heat flashes. I was not functioning right. So we went downstairs and we decided that I was feeling really horrible and I should go to the hospital. So when we went to the hospital, we went to the emergency room nearby her house. And when we went to the hospital, we got there, they took my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was a little bit high when I got there, probably from the nerves. And then they found protein in my urine, which I didn't know what that meant at the time. So they told me that that was a sign, that was one of the main symptoms or signs of preeclampsia, and that was the first time I've ever heard of preeclampsia.
I didn't know what that was. I thought it was something good, to be honest. I was like, oh shit, she got preeclampsia, baby. But that wasn't a good thing.
So yeah, it was not a good thing. So preeclampsia is pretty much, the way they described it is when your blood pressure gets too high during pregnancy and you have like swollen feet and you're just not feeling well. It could cause you to have seizures while you're pregnant. Like you're more likely to have a seizure and possibly pass on while you're pregnant. Right. So that was the first time I heard of that, and they said I might, that they think I have it, but they weren't sure. So they kept me for like 5 hours, and they monitored me, the baby was fine, and then they let us go because my blood pressure was okay, but I still had other symptoms of preeclampsia. So they let me go, even though I still had headaches and my feet were still swollen, but my blood pressure was fine, so that's why they let me go. And they told me if my headaches got worse, that I would have to go back to the emergency room. So if they didn't go away within a few days, I had to go back to the emergency room. Yeah, in the city, because we were only there for the weekend. We were leaving Monday or Sunday.
We left
Monday. Monday. Oh yeah, Monday. We left Monday. Yeah. So we waited a few days. So after we got home, we got back to the sister's house. I was feeling so nauseous in the car. I got out the car and I just threw up immediately all over the floor. I was not feeling well still, even after leaving the hospital.
It was crazy.
And yeah, he was right next to me the whole time. And so we got back to her house. I threw up and I took more Tylenol and I went to sleep. I woke up the next day and I was still not feeling well, but I still tried to have a good time. So I tried to go in the pool to let down the swelling in my feet, because the pool was a little bit on the cooler side.
She felt better in the pool though.
Yeah, but when I got out, I still had a headache, like really bad. So when we got back Monday afternoon. We got back here to the city, and I still had a headache. I still didn't feel well, but we decided, because I had an appointment at a clinic on Tuesday morning, that we would wait, till Tuesday. We got back Monday. We wait till tomorrow, Tuesday, to see what the clinic had to say, because they take samples of my urine every time I go in, and they could tell me if I still have protein in my urine or if I still have preeclampsia or more symptoms of preeclampsia. So we went to the clinic the next morning at 9:45, and she took samples of my urine, my blood, and she said, "Oh, you're fine. You don't have preeclampsia. They just said that, and you should be fine. Like, you'll be A-okay. There's no protein in your urine, and your blood pressure seems fine. You'll be fine."
It pissed me off.
But I still had other symptoms, like the headaches, and she said that was from pregnancy, and then the feet being swollen, and she said that was from pregnancy, so not to worry about it. But they were swollen so bad. I don't know if we should put a picture up here somewhere in the video.
We will.
So that you guys can see pictures of or a video of how swollen my feet were. I have pictures and videos. And so she was just saying pretty much everything was fine, like brushing it off. So then when we were done with the appointment, we came home and we decided, because I didn't feel well still, that we should just go to the emergency room. Like, something was telling us that we should just go.
Mind you, we went, emergency clothing, no nothing.
Yeah, so we decided, right when we got home, we decided, like, we're just going to the emergency room. And because of COVID, they weren't letting significant others into the hospitals. Thank God, the hospital that we chose actually let him upstairs wait in the lobby. That was amazing, because we didn't think, we did not think that he was going to be able to, because they specifically told us he wasn't going to. Right. So we went to the hospital, and as soon as I got there, my blood pressure was a little bit high again.
That's because of her being nervous.
Yeah. But then, so I was there. They were monitoring me for like an hour and monitoring the baby, and they monitored my body, and they came to the conclusion that I did have preeclampsia. and he was waiting in the waiting room in the
I was
lobby, and I wasn't really writing to him at the time because, you know, they were checking me, taking my blood, everything. And when they were taking my blood and stuff, I was really nervous because once they told me I had preeclampsia, I was just nervous to catch a seizure and stuff. But they put me on IVs. They gave me a whole bunch of stuff to be on while I was waiting. So they came back. The doctor came back, and the doctor was like, "You have preeclampsia, and we think that you're gonna have to get induced within this next 24 hours." And I was like, "Oh goodness!" And yeah, like when she said that, my heart dropped because, you know, my baby wasn't ready to come out yet.
Okay, can I tell him my side?
Yeah, so then that's when I sent him a text to let him know that I was gonna get induced that day.
Right.
And have the baby within the next 24 hours. So then he can tell you his side of the story.
So my side of the story is that I was going crazy. I didn't know what to do. I was listening to music. My father was calling me crazy, asking me how's everything going. My sister was calling me. My mom was calling me. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But once I received that text from her, she told me, oh, it's really happening. So my heart went, you see how when you nervous about something and went like this, like, shoo. So I went to the bathroom, washed my hands. I'm like, oh, this is really happening. I called my dad. I'm like, this is really happening. So I was like, okay, so what do? Am I gonna stay here or we're gonna go to the room? Like, no, they transfer me.
when I texted him, it's happening today. He really didn't understand what I was talking about.
Yeah, I really didn't understand
and I was like,
I thought I wanted to go home.
He's like, what's happening today? I was like, they're gonna induce me. The baby's coming.
Yeah.
And he was
I
like,
was like, oh,
like now, and I was like, yeah, like in the next 24 hours she's coming.
Right. So then I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to talk to. You know, and you know, and everybody was busy at the time. You know, my friend was busy dealing with his own business, his own thing, and then I really had nobody to talk to. So I'm like, crap. Alright, so let me see what I can do. So she told me, oh, our nurse is gonna come and see you, and call your name, and then so you can go to the room. I'm like, cool. So then I went there, and she was in. Were you in pain?
No, I wasn't in pain yet. So they came back into the room after they told me they were gonna go get him.
Right.
And they told me they were gonna transfer me to a different room, a room to give, to have delivery.
Right.
And so they switched me to another room, and as soon as they switched me to the room that I will be delivering in, they went to get him. And so, right when I got to the room, they decided that they were going to induce me by putting 2 balloons in my cervix to expand my cervix. So pretty much it's like 2 balloons, and they just pretty much expand to try and make me dilate.
Mind you, our like plan was to record our delivery and stuff on the camera, but we didn't know that this was gonna happen.
Yeah, my due date was July 16th, and we went to the hospital July 23rd, which was that Tuesday, and then I ended up giving birth July 24th. I mean, June 24th, wow. So we went June 23rd, and I ended up having her June 24th. So they put the balloons in my cervix, and it started, I started to dilate.
ASAP.
It was, contractions were very painful, very. I didn't get epidural until I was 6 centimeters dilated, which took forever.
We was trying to wait it out.
Yeah, I was at 4 centimeters for hours. Like, I think I hit 6 centimeters the next day, and it took forever. Like, it literally took forever. And so I didn't get epidural until 6 centimeters. That's when I really couldn't take it anymore. They had me on pitocin or something like that. They had me on magnesium, and they had an IV in me. Yeah. The magnesium was horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. It made me hot. It made me hallucinate. Well, not hallucinate, but it made me like just very like not myself. Like I wouldn't. Magnesium was not it. And so I was on that for a while. The contractions were horrible. Like It's not like period cramps. It's like literally somebody stabbing you from the inside.
So right now she is being induced. Hey baby, how you feeling?
It hurts.
It hurts, people.
Like,
It does.
You know what it feels like? It feels like somebody shoving their fist up your buttocks.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it just hurts so bad.
But just know.
But
Uh-huh.
I had to get induced
Uh-huh.
because they were scared about like me having preeclampsia, and that causes seizures, and so they. Oh my gosh, that hurts so bad.
Yeah. What happened? It hurts you that? Okay. Yeah.
Baby, it's hurting me super bad.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, so they were doing
The test?
yes, no.
Forget it.
So I had to stay here, and I had to get induced today. So yeah, I had to get induced today. It is now like 9:15, 9:17.
Is it?
Yeah. And they put 2 balloons in my cervix to help me dilate. And to help induce me. And they gave me potassium or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And that's making my contractions stronger. So now I just asked them for epidural because I can't take the pain anymore. I've had it on for like a good hour and a half before I took epidural. So now I'm gonna end up taking epidural. The pain is too much. So that's what we're just pretty much waiting on now.
Yep. Yeah. That's the room. This is the TV. Boom. So you guys already have it. It's been a journey. Stay tuned.
And so once I hit 6 centimeters, I was in so much pain. I started yelling for the doctor. Like, I was like, give me the fucking epidural. Like, please. Oh, excuse my language.
She was cursing at me.
Yeah.
She was wilding. She was going crazy.
I was literally
And
like over it. I was like, give me the epidural. I cannot. It was so bad.
She skipped the part. Like, you know, we did a family Zoom. We did a Zoom or whatever, so the family could see, you know, the whole process. And you know, they was there for like 2-3 hours on Zoom. And she felt calmer a little bit. She was still in pain, but she was better. She was happy. But yeah, she's gonna continue telling you the stuff. But it was funny though. It was.
So I had a nurse. Her name was Angie. She was like literally one of the best nurses I've ever encountered, like ever. Like, shout out to you, Angie. I don't know if you're ever gonna see this video, but you're like the best. And she was pretty much walking me through everything and, you know, telling me you can do it, you can do it.
And just my peoples.
So they gave me like a peanut ball to like, it looked like a peanut, but it was like one of the yoga balls.
We will show you the picture,
balls.
right?
Last time we checked, she was 4 centimeters. So she's almost there.
And they gave it to me and they put it between my legs once I hit 6 centimeters after they gave me the epidural, and it was supposed to help me dilate faster.
Yeah.
And so I dilated to 7 centimeters like in the next hour, and then I stood at 7 centimeters for like 3 or 4 hours.
Right.
So they didn't think that I was gonna dilate anymore.
Right.
And that worried me and it worried them, because they were like, okay, she's so close, but you know, because at I forgot to mention, at 6 centimeters they popped my water, so my water broke.
Right.
Like once at 6 centimeters they broke it, so at that time it was crunch time. Like,
listen, fellas don't understand. People that don't have kids, but the ones that do have kids, they understand me. This is my first kid, my first daughter, whatever. And for you to go through something like that, And you know, with her in pain, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to tell her to make her feel better. There's nothing you can do to make her feel better. She's screaming, she's crying, and everything. That pain that you feel inside, knowing that you're good, but mentally you're not, is like the worst thing in the world. And yeah, so I really didn't know what to do at that moment. But thank God she was able to go through it, and I was there, because I don't know what she would have done if I wasn't there.
So, I was at 6 centimeters. They popped my water. I was at 7 centimeters for like 3 or 4 hours, so they got worried. And I told them, like, okay, like, let's just wait a little bit, and then, you know, I should open up. I feel like I'm gonna open up, because I feel I feel these contractions. The contractions were horrible. I felt every single one the whole time.
So right now she is being induced. Hey baby, how you feeling?
It hurts.
It hurts, people.
Like,
It does.
You know what it feels like? It feels like somebody shoving their fist up your buttocks.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it just hurts so bad.
But just know.
But
Uh-huh.
I had to get induced
Uh-huh.
because they were scared about like me having preeclampsia, and that causes seizures, and so they. Oh my gosh, that hurts so bad.
Yeah. What happened? It hurts you that? Okay. Yeah.
Baby, it's hurting me super bad.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, so they were doing
The test?
yes, no.
Forget it.
So I had to stay here, and I had to get induced today. So yeah, I had to get induced today. It is now like 9:15, 9:17.
Is it?
Yeah. And they put 2 balloons in my cervix to help me dilate. And to help induce me. And they gave me pitocin or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And that's making my contractions stronger. So now I just asked them for epidural because I can't take the pain anymore. I've had it on for like a good hour and a half before I took epidural. So now I'm gonna end up taking epidural. The pain is too much. So that's what we're just pretty much waiting on now.
Yep. Yeah. That's the room. This is the TV, phone. So you guys already have it. It's been a journey. Stay tuned.
And so at 7 centimeters, I fell asleep for like 2 hours, right? I woke up and I was 9 centimeters dilated. So they were super excited, and he was like, we were both nervous.
I was nervous because
Yeah, like once they said, they were like, oh my God, you're 9 centimeters. I was like, yeah, like, because I wanted to give birth already.
I was nervous because when they told me about the preeclampsia thing, I was like, oh my God, I wonder how this baby's going to be.
Look, at 6 centimeters, I was just like, take her out, because the pain was so bad. So once I hit 9 centimeters, that's when it was like crunch time. They started bringing all the stuff to the room in order to deliver, and they had me do 3 pushes just to see where I was at.
Before that, she took another epidural that she wasn't
That was at
supposed
10
to.
centimeters.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was at 9.
No.
It was at 9.
It was right when I hit 10.
Oh, all right, okay, keep going. My bad.
So, I ended up getting, like he said, the pain ended up getting so bad at 9 centimeters. Even the button, like, it just wasn't enough for me. The dosage wasn't enough for me. So I had them call the anesthesiologist again And I was like, put the epidural on my back. I need another dose. And he just kept putting. And so at first it took away the pain, but it just wore off. Like, I just felt everything. So I was screaming at the top of my lungs because it hurt so bad. Like, it was a really hard
Oh, I'm gonna
thing
show
to
you
do.
the video. I took a video of that.
And
at the moment.
so I was at 9 centimeters for like 45 minutes to an hour. And then I hit 10 centimeters. And that's when we started to push.
Right.
So she came out after 9 pushes.
Wait, before you say that, tell them how supportive I was during the delivery. How I actually helped the doctor.
Can I get there?
I'm just letting you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta let them know. You feel me?
I was going to. Can I get there?
You gotta let them know, yo.
Oh, goodness.
You gotta let them know.
So, before I was rudely interrupted, I started to push. First 3 pushes. First off, let me just get it out. The doctor was holding one leg, and he was holding the other leg.
You know what I'm saying?
He was holding it up.
You feel me?
And he was looking, he was watching the whole time.
Right.
So I did my first 3 pushes, and they were like, okay, you're open, but you have to push harder.
Boom.
So I did the next 3 pushes, so that's 6. And I was pushing, and they're like, okay, like, you have to hold your breath for 10 seconds and push as hard as you can. And I started pushing the one time, pushed the second time. When I pushed the third time, he was yelling at me because he could see the baby's head crowning.
That's it.
And
That's
he
all I wanted
saw
to
her
know.
hair.
That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, he saw her head and he saw her hair. And he's like, baby, she's right there. She's right there. And
Right.
I'm like, oh, I can't. And the nurse is like, you can. You
Listen.
got this. You got this.
Listen,
you got this.
listen, I had a leg this, boom, right? I had her legs like that. So the thing is that if her legs is like this, the baby can come out. So I helped the doctor, I went like this.
You are so extra.
I did do all that. I see the hair, you know that little curly hair that she has like mine. Yo, boom,
She had
like
so
that.
much hair.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, push. So I seen the hair. I'm like, oh shit, come. So I helped the baby. I helped the baby come out because I went like this. Instead of saying like this, like a little pendejito, I went like this.
Okay, that's not.
I helped it. I helped the baby come out. Amen. Yeah. Here you go.
Okay. Anyways, he helped by
That's the
holding the
truth.
leg. And then he was yelling and telling me to push. So then the last 3 pushes, I literally was so tired and so in pain, I didn't think I could finish. Like,
Right.
I really didn't. Like, it was so hard. It was such a hard experience with the way I was feeling, the symptoms I was having. Like, it was just so bad. And so I pushed once, I pushed twice, and the last time I pushed, they told me to hold my breath for 10 seconds and push as hard as I
She only
can.
go for 8 seconds.
I held it for 8 seconds and I tried to push as hard as I can, and the doctor literally had to go like through like my
See this
butt
Iron Man shit.
and like go like that and scoop her head out, because at the last minute I really had to give out. And scooped her out, grabbed the baby, and put her on me. And the baby was so tiny.
You did Iron Man.
She weighed nothing, pretty
Yes, she did.
much.
5 pounds.
She weighed 5 pounds, 5.4. But she was light. When they put her on my chest, I thought she was like a doll.
And right now she's good. So
And yes, but she literally was so light and
But
so tiny.
let me tell you, fellas, son, people that are watching and probably nervous about having a kid or are about to have a kid and they're nervous about it. Listen, man, I went through it. I didn't get dizzy, how people say, when they see the delivery, and I cut the umbilical cord. I did all of that. The blood didn't do anything to me. Probably it will do something to you. And yeah, just hold your head and be there for your woman, because that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, honestly, like, he was a very big help, because once the baby was out, I was not doing too well. Like with recovery, I was not.
Yeah.
I had to be on a catheter. For those who don't know what a catheter is, so I pretty much had to connect. They had to connect a wire, like a little tube, to my area with a box, so that could carry my urine and all my other stuff. And so I was on a catheter. I could not walk. Like the feeling in my legs were just, my legs were so swollen. I couldn't walk. Like I couldn't walk at all. I lost feeling in my leg pretty much. I couldn't use the restroom by myself. I had 3 stitches down there because she ripped me. Only 3, which is really good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
They said that it's not too bad.
Right.
But yeah, the hardest part was the recovery as well. Like, I could hold the baby, yes, but like there was times where that magnesium had me so like loopy that I just didn't hold her for long. Or there was a time where I was like, oh yeah, take her. So when she was born, she had jaundice, which is when you turn, like your skin is yellow or your eyelids turn yellow,
right.
The discoloration.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had to take her for 12 to 18 hours and put her under a light to help with it. When I was recovering, I wanted to breastfeed and I didn't have a lot of milk. I practically had nothing. I only had like 2 or 3 drops, but even those 2 or 3 drops, they would have me do it in a pump. Those 2 or 3 drops, they would go and take it to her because they said that anything would help. Like any breast milk that I had would help her. So I was just pumping even though it was like 2 or 3 drops, and I would send it to her.
Well,
yeah, and it was just really hard. Like recovery was really hard. He helped me so much because when I couldn't do, he did. And then when we came home, when we finally were able to come home, I still wasn't 100%. We got home, we were both sleep deprived. Like we had not gotten any sleep.
I was sleeping in a comfortable ass chair by myself there like this. I was like a freaking little, I was like this. My back was hurting. I was tight, literally. Like my backbone was wilding. I was tight. I was, right? Be honest, I was tight, right?
He was upset. He made it very clear he was upset.
Yeah.
The good thing is that in the hospital they had amazing food.
They did.
What?
I was room service.
When I was able to eat because I wasn't able to eat.
I was calling the room service people all the time.
He was eating French toast. He was eating steak. Like, what? And I was just sitting there eating ice chips.
That's
so
when you was
anyways, we came home. I wasn't 100% still. I could barely walk.
Yeah.
So we got home. I could barely walk. I was having really bad headaches, but I still had to breastfeed and pump. I had to pump every 3 hours. Also breastfeed. Also give her formula because they introduced her to formula at the hospital when I wasn't pumping enough for her stomach. Yeah, I wasn't pumping enough for her stomach, so I had to, like, I wasn't releasing a lot of milk for her stomach, so I had to literally, like, they had to give her formula.
Right.
So when we got home, we were so sleep deprived.
I was sleepy. We
were just not in a great place, and I couldn't eat anything. Like, I was just so
mentally, yeah,
not myself. I could barely walk. I couldn't walk from the room to the bathroom. Like, and my back, I took so much epidural that my back was like a noodle. Like, I couldn't walk. I was like,
she was walking like a zombie.
Yeah, and my legs were giving out on me every here and then. Like, I was like almost ready to fall. So I couldn't like I could pick up the baby, but not much.
Listen.
And slowly but surely, it started getting better.
Thank God.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I feel great.
Right.
I mean, I still get really strong headaches, but my feet look amazing.
The headaches is normal for her because she always had that before she pregnancy. But whatever, let's keep going.
I feel amazing.
Mm-hmm.
My feet are better. I just have really strong headaches. I produce a lot more milk. I'm like a cow now. So any ladies out there, when they tell you, even though nothing's coming out, keep pumping, like, it's true. Because now I'm just a cow.
Well,
like, I release milk all the time. Like, right now, I think I'm, like, releasing. But
what I can say is that I'm proud that she was able to go, you know, like actually accomplish all these things. You know, she was able to.
Oh yeah, and the baby's jaundice.
Really,
She is
you know.
100% getting better. The more breast milk, she's obsessed with breast milk, but the more breast milk I give her, like the better she's getting every day.
Well, you can be up there.
Okay, go ahead, continue. I'm trying to tell the story.
I'm telling you the story too. Like, even though her family, my family was able to be there, in the waiting room, they wasn't able to be in the hospital. It was tough for her, you know, not having her mom with her, her family so far away. But she was able to beat that obstacle. And I was able to
Is
beat
that it? That's all you wanted to say?
Yeah, because it's tough. It's tough. No, listen.
It is tough.
Listen. Nobody knew that this corona thing was gonna happen, right? So now that you know, there's a lot of women out there that are pregnant, that are about to give birth. You know, they're not gonna have their family in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have that mind that you do. That is strong enough to overcome these things or whatever by themselves. You know, probably having their man isn't enough for them. You know what I'm saying? You know, for you, it was. But for them, it was, you know, it probably isn't. So that's what I'm saying.
So, we're 2 weeks after.
Boom.
And we are loving parenthood. Do you love it?
Yeah.
And I love it.
3 in the morning, though.
Yeah, she wakes up at 3.
3 a.m. though.
9. Well, she wakes up at 3, 6, and then 9.
Yeah.
And she's good.
She good, though. She about to wake up to
She
eat, though.
doesn't really cry, yeah.
She's really.
I'll probably have to give her booby in a minute.
Yeah.
But, so, the $1 million question, how was it seeing the birth and everything
It was great.
that happened? Like, does it change your perspective on a woman?
I would. 1 second.
Yeah, go get it.
Because she did this. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, yeah, 2
Alright, go ahead.
weeks. Yeah, so how was it? How was your whole experience? Like,
It
seeing
was great. It
birth
was
and-
crazy because everybody kept telling me that I wasn't able to do it. Everybody was like laughing and saying that that I would probably faint or get dizzy or get disgusted or not even be next to you. That's a lie. I was right next to her and it was like I was a nurse or a doctor because I did that. Just letting you know, I did that shit.
So 2 weeks after,
Yeah.
this is where we're at now. I am 2 weeks postpartum.
What?
This is my body. Like, this is after 2 weeks after of having a kid. So this is my stomach.
Nice.
I did go down a bit in
Hey,
weight.
You went down a lot.
Yeah, in weight.
Woo woo.
I think it's from breastfeeding because they tell me that breastfeeding
Yeah.
helps a lot. So yeah, this is what it looked like 2 weeks after
Yep.
birth, after giving birth. I felt amazing, and I feel like I'll get back to my normal self. We're parents now, so yeah.
It ain't about me no more. It ain't about getting the fly J's, which I still get.
If you follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to see the baby. I posted a picture of her.
Yeah.
We're not gonna show her on like video yet till we're ready. But I definitely posted a picture of her actually today for the first time on my Instagram, so you guys can check that out. My Instagram is at the end of the video. So I guess that concludes our labor and delivery. Oh, even after I give birth, I'm still taking prenatals for my milk. Huh?
Really?
Yeah, I'm still taking prenatals so that I can produce more milk. And my hair grew a lot, as you can see. This is my real hair. This
Mine's
is not
too.
extension.
Mine's too.
These are my real locks.
My locks. I don't have locks, but look, mine's too.
And that will conclude this video.
Can I say my last thing? Yeah.
We'll post like clips and things like that. I don't know if we'll post it at the end or like during the video.
During the radio. Come on.
No, I'm saying or during the video, yeah, so you guys can see like how I was in the hospital. And
Listen,
don't
man.
mind me, but.
That was the plan from the beginning. I don't even know why she mentioned that right now. So
And hopefully you'll see more content.
we will.
Not hopefully, you will see more content.
We will have more content.
It's just a little bit hard because, you know, life hits, y'all.
And for the fellas, because I'm not talking to the women. She's talking to the women and everybody. I'm talking to the fellas. Be strong. Minded. You'll get through it. Well,
Okay, Denzel.
I'm just letting you, I'm just letting
All right,
you
so
know.
that will conclude the video. I hope you guys liked it.
Right.
And we'll be back with another one pretty soon.
Y'all already know, man. This deal. Boom.
And I'm Natalie. Goodbye, y'all. We'll see you guys.
Bye.